And now you all know how my ear got hurt. Daniel keeps me.
I think it's the Yellow Tiger Band is combating you for my affection.
Okay, and we're live again.
All right.
It's good to be back. So now that we've had that deep, long conversation with Christopher about the important meaning behind all of his songs,
I'm sorry for crying, everyone.
it was very.
I got
emotional.
carried away. But knowing that you're out there and that you understand helps. So thank you.
Fight, fight, fight.
So we're down here in lovely Key West, Florida. You can't see much of it from the live stream, but
Anyways, you guys can bring the image in a little tighter. I need to.
there's a lamp with a pineapple in it. If that helps. Material.
I don't know. Oh wait, that's hang on. How about that, Daniel?
That's much better. Now, Daniel, the problem is that you're still streaming from your laptop, so you're saturating the internet. So both of you keep getting pixelated, and you can't have two data streams coming from the same house.
Well, can you
Don't hang up the phone again.
Yeah. Give me the power. Safety man wants the power.
I don't.
Give it to me.
I don't know how to.
Jake
go
said,
over
"Give
the
it to
juice
me."
From this.
Whatever you're doing right now, it's great.
Tell him again.
You shut off your own stream. The four of us are still here. We're good.
I still see Dan's picture staring at me unapprovingly.
I'm the host. If I turn that off, then I can't
Right.
Right.
broadcast as the host.
But you managed to stop the stream. Like you dropped out of the. There's only 4 windows now, so.
Oh,
I see your still photo, but yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you can modify that. You can click on that. For those of you unfamiliar with Zoom, you can hide a non-video participants. Isn't that cool?
You're-
Oh, that's
you're-
why you dropped out.
You're eating
Okay.
up my interview time, man.
huh. Very cool.
Let's do the backgrounds at the end if we have time.
The filler. Well, this is supposed to be casual hangout, but we're
Is that?
you're a friend.
Super casual.
We want to just have you on and introduce you to YellowTieGuy fans and talk a little bit about what is DRP and what all this adventure is
Wow.
about.
Well, we have actually done a gig together in a pool hall in where was that? What town was that in?
Chantilly.
Chantilly.
Yeah, one of the ones I played right by my house.
Yes, where my kind of music is, of course, beloved, and I was so afraid that they were going to turn around and kick your asses that I was so relieved that they accepted you. I was there. I had to hold them back at first.
We played in Massachusetts together as well.
Oh, we did.
At
Thank you for
the
that.
Dedham Square Coffee House.
That's right.
Yeah. That's right. A shout out to them.
With Melt.
Yes.
Melt.
But I've been Daniel. Data Recovery Project, Electronic Act, has 3 EPs. Daniel has handled a lot of the vocal duties on those 3 EPs, and so we're moving forward with the 4th one. And even though Daniel moved far away from Safety Bear and DRP because he couldn't get a restraining order because there was no reason to give him one. Which was a surprise to everyone. He flew down to Florida, so we are on a houseboat. I discovered a houseboat near where I live in Florida. And,
So you're on the boat right now?
No.
Oh, okay. So that was a very
Go
solid looking boat and large.
So this guy has a houseboat. It's not really a boat, it's like a square house on a boat or on a barge. But he has a studio there. His name is Ian Shaw, and he was the engineer for Haircut 100 and some 80s stuff. So somehow we figured out how to work together and meld our musical styles, and now we're doing vocals on a houseboat. It's actually super different.
The house is all a little rocky.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's got to add, and also vocal parts got to be kind of hard unless he's got a really well insulated booth. I can just hear the sounds of waves slapping against the
You hear the sound of the other. You can hear airplanes go overhead, and the sound of if somebody uses a bilge pump.
right.
That comes through when we were recording. It's not insulated. It's just a house.
Probably some seagulls in there too.
Yeah. So when I came a couple of weeks ago, I was doing the main vocals, and there was a guy on a boat nearby just sitting there watching the whole thing. You know, as I sang over and over again these random lines. He was like just having like beer and sitting on the bow of his boat.
So Christopher likes to do these segments of Safety Bear giving bad advice to people.
Yeah. So Safety Bear is a character that showed up at a DRP show who got injured, and so we've been asking people how Safety Bear got injured, and we haven't really revealed what it was. Amy, perhaps you would like to make a guess.
Well, Florida, he probably got shot.
Is what?
So you're down in Florida, he probably got shot.
But shot out of love, like is a hunting sort of way?
No, just because Florida, everybody likes to shoot each other. All the
Oh,
time.
right.
I thought it was be like the thing where they were shooting the clouds and mist or something.
This is the kind of outfit that will attract young fans. I think that's
Tower
like
Records?
super. Yeah. No, a little
Oh,
bit.
wow.
What would you tell the kids?
In a Mike Tyson fight.
Oh, that's very good. That's excellent. Yeah, so anyway, I don't know how this started, but it's funny. I put on the hat, and then during COVID, I've been playing a porch in Washington, D.C. every Saturday. And I
Okay.
put on the hat once and just called myself Safety Bear and gave all kinds of terrible advice. The next week, people were walking by me, like around the porch, but still, not people I knew so well. And they were just walking by me, and they'd just be like, "Hey, Safety Bear," and it was so great. And I just said,
Awesome.
"Right." I was like, "It lives. It lives."
Becoming something of a DC icon.
Now, when you say a porch, is this like your porch or just like you just set up in someone's house?
A porch.
He did say a porch, so
It's Frank Echo's porch. He's a WPFW. He's a DJ in DC, and when COVID started, he just started having music every day on his porch.
oh, nice.
It's called 6 feet apart. People had to stay in the street 6 feet apart.
Mm.
Now a little, you can get closer, but
No, it's the 4 feet apart.
yeah, it's the can't pry them a party, but it's the same light up. But it's it really was wonderful. Like during COVID, there would be at least 2 times a week that people would get on his porch, and you would just get up and you'd play for like 15 minutes, and it would just go through. There were DJs, there were classical artists, there were spoken word people. I mean, just people. There was just a reason to kind of safely get together and share art.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really
It
cool.
really was awesome. So Frank Agbro, the 6 feet apart. So he has a place on Facebook where he broadcasts them actually.
And
We should have done that.
Porch Fest as well. You've played Porch Fest
Yes,
recently.
DRP played Porch Fest. It is true. They shut down the DRP set because we were shredding. People started dancing in the street, and there were 2 city council members in the street, and they said, "We can't have Porch Fest have people in the street."
Oh.
No
And so
dancing
we
allowed.
felt
Was
very
it footloose?
metal. We felt very metal, very much like Iron Maiden.
No dancing in the street allowed.
No, there wasn't.
You should have started playing Footloose right then and there.
Right?
Yeah, because they shoot everyone away. They wouldn't stop. They took the microphone and started, I don't know if I should say all this, started shooing everyone away. And then we had like no merch sales. And they wouldn't stop saying you have to leave. But we had a great crowd. We did for for 5 minutes we had a good crowd.
We had a great crowd, and they were eventually dispersed.
What I'm talking about is respect. So that was cool. So I don't know. I mean, just doing that. But what is the Fireside Chat?
Well, the Fireside Chat is this.
You're looking right at it.
Just hanging out, talking.
So I'm just like a guest at the Fireside Chat. So I don't
That's
know.
exactly what you are. We have a different guest every week.
Monopolize it. We mix it up with. We've had times where we've shared tracks that are in production or stuff we're about to work on recently. The hard part is actually doing a band meeting right before we do this, because I can never remember if we've already talked about this, on the air or as part of the band meeting. But so you guys got together and had done a Jersey Girl and something else over the week.
When time was slow.
When time was slow. So those are another 2 tracks that you wrote, Jamie.
Yep.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. I have not heard tracks you've written for YellowTieGuy.
This is a first.
So
We
cool.
co-wrote Jailbreak, but this is Jamie's solo songwriting effort.
I got a stack like this high, so.
Oh, you do? A stack of finished songs, a stack of lyrics, stack of what?
I'd say about 3/4 to 3/5 lyrics.
Yeah.
The other 1/3 to 5th with music.
Are you
Or
writing
at
on the
least
bass?
a melody.
But are you writing, when you write, are you writing on the bass? What are
No, I
you-
usually just kind of plunk away on a keyboard. I mean,
Oh.
I'm not anywhere near as skilled as Kyle or other keyboard players. I know enough chords to, oh, that sounds good. Oh, that 5th works. Okay, cool. kind
You're
of
the
thing.
kind of guy that pretends to
The
like
fifth always works.
Yeah, just writing songs on a bass isn't the best thing. Cause
No, but I love it. Well, that's funny that you said that because DRP, like all of our songs, I'm so glad you asked. All of our songs start with usually a bunch of drum loops. That's not the drum loop, that's just an intro. So we usually start with a bunch of drum loops. And then the next thing is always the bass.
That's rock and roll, which is an inspiration to Little Richard.
Well, yeah, it's like an homage. Oh, here. Yeah. But so all of our songs start with drums and bass. So actually, I think you should free your mind, man. Right with the bass, oil those strings up. I've seen you oil your strings before. Oil them up, and write yourself a song using the bass. That's I mean
I can write songs with the bass, but then gets to like the rest of the band. You're like, okay, now you guys figure out chords to go with the notes that I'm playing.
That's the easy part.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
says the drummer.
lyric, melody.
We got that part.
yeah, the drummer's behind.
Done and done.
Nothing could be easier.
I don't know, Eric. You're sounding a little sharp these days.
Kyle will fix in post.
That's not the answer to everything.
I kind of is.
Here's to Kyle. Poor Kyle.
Awesome.
So what did we record today? We recorded
So we have this
I
tribute.
Surrender.
Yeah, we have a tribute to Little Richard called "That's Rock and Roll," and then we have what would it be called? Ballad mid-tempo. It's actually kind of fast. I don't know what it would be called. It's a fast song with a moody kind of serious lyric called "I Surrender." And so we have 3 more to do. So Daniel and I, DRP, we've been releasing EPs, so 5 songs at a time. So we've got 3 more to do, but a lot of the tracks are done, so they get done in pieces. But we have live drums under it.
Cool.
So I didn't know Daniel had a drummer. So we paid a studio musician in Key West to drum under the tracks. So we usually have live drums for fills, and because it adds so much
Character.
to the electronic music. So we definitely have the recordings definitely have that thickness and that acoustic sound somewhere, but the electronic drums are still in the forefront. But much respect for real drums.
Yeah, we only just discovered that Eric can actually play real drums a few months ago. He's an excellent hand percussionist. Those congas and various little triangles and things. And then it just comes he's like, yeah, I can play drums. We're like, wait, what? So in Misery, we're like, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. The last 4 songs I've played drums for now.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
Putting him to double duty. Now we just got to figure out how so he can play both at a show at the same time.
Yeah.
Maybe we do like Kyle was saying, maybe some sort of stand-up drum kit.
Yeah.
Where you're stomping on the pedals and still banging on the congas and pull the sticks up to hit the toms and snare once in a while. We're gonna make this work.
I have a serious question, actually. when you're ready for it.
I was just gonna say, I think it's exciting that all of us are telling Eric what kind of drum set to play.
It should be a big pink kit.
Yeah, Eric shouldn't have any say at all. We'll tell you what kind of kit we want you to play.
There'll be a reveal, and the sheet will be ripped off your new kit.
Next week on my Fireside Chat.
And then there'll be silence. It will feel awkward. I don't think you like the sparkles.
The sparkles. That is not a glitter. You have a serious question?
Yeah, which is what if you had one percussion instrument on a desert island that you had,
wow.
what would it be?
Oh wow.
Vibra slap.
What's that?
Vibra slap.
You said within a week. Do you understand? Didn't hear a thing. Didn't see him.
That's a good question. I don't know if it'd be drum set or congas. I'm not sure.
A percussion.
No, just
a drum
one-
set. We make things.
Well, drum set doesn't count. In that case, it'd be a conga.
One conga.
Really?
Why not like a djembe or something with a little bit more variety?
A djembe or
Yeah. Has anyone ever heard of a band called the Subdudes? Like, so you should check them out. The drummer, if you will, like he has a tambourine, but it's like one of those tambourines that has hide on it, and he like can like change the tension of the hide as he's hitting it, and sometimes it sounds like a snare, and sometimes it sounds like a kick. While he's shaking it at the same time, it's like one tambourine, but it sounds like a full kit. It's amazing.
That's wild.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So that would be your. So you would just like to have a magic wish, basically,
Right? And I'd bring him to the island with me. So.
Actually, if you say one
You're like,
percussion
really?
instrument,
You didn't bring an airplane.
guitar
You
is a
brought-
percussion instrument, so I'd have my bass. I'd dig like an acoustic bass.
Hey, the piano is a percussion instrument.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kyle speaks truth.
Is
It's
it-
true.
So we'd all just bring our own instruments, and Eric would have like a conga.
Right.
I think
That
Yeah,
sounds
good
like a
point,
really
Eric.
easy setup.
I'm glad you went first.
I'd go for a tambourine because I think I could probably make something out of, salvageable materials that gives me like a deeper bass drum kind of sound. But I think that having metallic objects would also, maybe I could shake them when a ship passes by, get their
I was
attention.
just saying, I'm going to change my answer. I'm going to go for a raft.
A raft.
Well, that's a percussion
That's
instrument.
a do.
This is
Give me the laugh. Give me lots of noise.
Awesome sound. Could we? How big is the bass, Jamie? Could we light it on fire for passing airplanes?
It's a Martin. Hell no.
You'd be like, no. It's like, give me that bass. You're lighting it on fire. Give it to me.
I'm sure there's palm trees we can burn.
Yeah, there's got to be other material. That it'd be harder to make a bass on a deserted island than to keep one if you already have
Not
one
on
with
the
you.
island I was putting us on.
Oh.
Well, now there's rules.
Yeah, we didn't know you were putting us on the Martin bass guitar island.
We're just sitting on a sandbar in the middle of a lagoon or something here.
This is it. You're marooned on a sandbar with Chuck E. Cheese, the Chuck E. Cheese band.
Oh, nice.
And you have to divide up chores.
Daniel, did you prompt him to do this? I mean, are you trying to make me angry?
This is my nightmare.
We have talked about like maybe a suit for him, which when he's not wearing it as safety bear could be placed on one of the surviving Chuck E. Cheese animatronic members.
I understand, Chris, that you don't understand my absolute loathing of all things Chuck E. Cheese.
No, I
Stemming
don't.
back to my 9th birthday, when they wouldn't let me in the ball pit, which is all I wanted. That's the whole reason I wanted to go to Chuck E. Cheese, is I wanted to play in a ball pit. That's been like, that was my childhood goal, was to play in a frolic in a ball pit. Unfortunately, by age 9, I was already like 5'6" and 170 pounds.
Oh.
And they're like, yeah, he's too big. He can't go in there. And my dad's like, it's his birthday. And the girl brain's like, he's too tall. He can't go in. And then the manager came and he's just like, well, nope, we got rules. I was like, I'm 9. Let me in. And they're like, no, you're like 14. I'm like, story of my life. Don't get me started about how Little League went. Everybody always demanding to see my birth certificate.
I think we're getting a lot of work done here.
You should write a song about it.
Really.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
Am I wanting to burn down all Chuck E. Cheese's?
Ball pit rage.
Well, this is why I've been arguing for years about adult playgrounds, like, like swings that are for adults, and
well, things like ball pits do exist for adults now, but as an adult, I now understand that ball pits are frothing cesspools of vomit, diarrhea, and all sorts of like staph infections. And so I don't want to go near one. But as a child, I would have enjoyed that.
Well, you're not supposed to go into the children's one anymore. You go to the adult one.
Oh yeah, where all the drunk adults are puking.
That's a Dave and Buster's that you're willing to.
Yeah, that sounds like a quick way to
Pretty
end
much.
this.
No, but that wasn't how the world was a little way ago, and it's going to come back where you can be in the like
public again.
the spit and the vomit of your fellow world travelers in a ball pit.
That's a funny image, is to see a bunch of kids in a ball pit but wearing masks.
Now we know
For
what
being
our
safe.
Some
album
gloves
cover.
on too.
Yes.
It's gonna be all of us in a ball pit. That's
No.
gonna be our album cover, guys.
It should be Jamie in the IKEA ball pit with like all these little kids and the like like he's in only up to his knees.
Right. I thought it'd be deeper.
I waited my whole life for this. It's nuts.
I was imagining that scene in E.T. where the camera pans across the closet where E.T. is hiding in the stuffed animals, and I was imagining like Jamie being among them, just like.
Oh, believe me, I'm an adult. I have disposable income. I have often thought about going out and buying thousands and thousands of those colored balls and making my own, like cornering off a section of my basement and just like lurking in the balls like all day. Like, ha.
Well, let's do it for the album cover and music video. Now we've got a write-off.
I like the way you're thinking.
You totally need to make a list of people that can't use it too, and all try to
A certain
Right.
redheaded brace
You
faced
must be
teenage
over
girl, she's probably like 45 or 7.
Right.
Well, she's
Sorry,
55
kid.
now.
yeah.
We'll let people win access to the VIBP by getting a golden ticket when they open up a safety bear bar.
The VIP what?
The VIBP, the VI ball pit. I thought.
People are going to take this as an entirely different type of party.
See, I'm glad we have this discussion because obviously this shows the type of considerations that rock musicians have to have versus the kind of considerations that pop musicians have to have. So we've spent a lot of time talking about clothing and lights and colorful toys.
Right.
I think that's been very healthy for you as a band. Now go off and get signed, you bastards.
Yeah, that's actually why I'm here. Is we've developed a full clothing line around this new album, but we don't have any new music. That's.
What I'm saying is, send us one of those songs. It doesn't have to be one of your favorites. We need some chord changes.
So for $9.99, you can download templates to your own sewing kit patterns. Make your own safety bear outfit. That is
That would be
EP04. Well, that seems like a pretty successful fireside chat, guys. Does everybody feel like we've learned a valuable lesson and made the world a better place for pop stars to learn fashion advice?
Chuck E. Cheese, just watch yourself. You're on notice.
I think you're going to need to edit out that part about you creating a ball pit in your basement.
I am in the middle of renovating. I just started demolition today, so
That's a good point.
I have the flexibility right now. I was going to turn it into like a music and practice room with a drum kit and a PA system and stuff, but yeah, ball pit could go in the corner. I like that.
It could be a ball pit first, and then it could go back to being something else.
No, ball pit forever.
You know, okay, so
Just
it's
wade, go down the stairs. You start wading in as you get further down the stairs.
right, yes,
You know how
exactly.
much your dog would love that?
The dog, yeah.
Already would love it.
Yeah.
So where exactly is your basement flooding? I don't know.
No, that's a great suggestions. Like, my basement flooded. Look at all of these colorful balls flooding my basement.
They're usually that high.
Yeah,
Just raise
when the level of the balls are raised up, that's when I know it's flooding again.
Yeah, exactly. The balls will just raise like an inch.
Yeah, the basement renovation was brought on by actually a flood when my water heater decided to decide a couple weeks ago.
So when are you going to show us this damage live on camera? We're going to look at the site where this tragedy happened, and you're supposed to show us how to make buttons one day. Like,
I mean, it's all cleaned up now. I mean, I suppose I could do a time lapse. I mean, I started taking down the ceiling today. I gotta start pulling wall paneling and carpet soon. I mean, it's fairly dried out now. Though I am still pulling with my dehumidifiers, pulling out 9 gallons a day out of the air.
Wow.
Of water.
Really?
Yeah. It's insane.
How high was the water?
It was just soaking the carpet. I caught it fairly early, but it was more of a width than depth issue.
Yeah. But it still wants to get from the walls and the carpet.
The problem is the floor drain in my utility room is possibly the highest point in the basement. By it's only maybe ½ inch to a ¼ inch above the main pour of the floor, but it's just high enough that water tends to puddle around it, and there's a little dry island where the actual drain is. I mean, so the water, and it does drain well, so the water will never be more than, say, 3/4 of an inch deep anywhere in the depth of the basement, but it will not completely ever drain unless I get in there and suck it all out. And this has been YellowTieGuy on Home Improvement with Jamie.
I can't wait. So next week you guys will show how the basement got finished. How great!
Well, it'll be
the reveal
in construction. It'll be an ongoing.
Yeah, like it'll be finished probably September-ish time frame.
What we need, Jamie, is like a reveal, like a little intro. So like we can be on the show and be like, and now it's time for another YellowTieGuy home improvement tip with Jamie. And then like it goes into like, it's Jamie, like.
All right, we'll work on the jingle.
Somebody has to cry though when you walk in. I don't watch that stuff if there's not a payoff. So, one of you has to be kept from the project so you can walk in and cry.
Well, we'll find the hole I've been keeping Eric in.
That's what they reveal.
Is that a drum riser? Is that a drum riser and a standing kid for me?
Yeah, exactly, a standing kid.
It's my microphone. Oh my god!
That's just the right amount of glitter.
It's my raft, my favorite instrument.
All right, gang.
I'm doing an outro.
We got an outro. Thank you for watching YellowTieGuy's Fireside Chat. We've got Kush from Data Recovery Project. I'm Daniel. We've got Jamie on Home Improvement. We've got Eric trapped another week, and Liam Neeson's going to save him. Kyle is responsible for fixing all of our mistakes in post. Thank you, Kyle. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys. See y'all.
Thank you.
And the stream has ended.